Hi, Julie Rader here with another weekly astrological update for the week of September 6th through the 12th. So if you like this video, please like it, subscribe to my channel so I can continue growing it, and share it with others if you think others would benefit from it. So the week starts off with a beautiful energy, perhaps the most harmonious and positively aspected day of the month. It's a new moon in Virgo, and this new moon, there are so many beautiful aspects to it. I absolutely love it. So a new moon is when the moon and the sun are at the exact same degree in the same sign. So this new moon, I did a whole video on it. Please check it out. And that one also will give you information of how the new moon will specifically be affecting you based on your sign, your sun, moon, and rising sign. Just a quick overview of this new moon. I go into way more detail in the other video, so please check that out. So this new moon is happening on a Monday, which is the moon's day, giving it that much more potency. And I highly encourage you to write down your intentions on this new moon, because Virgo is ruled by Mercury. Mercury is a planet of communication. Mercury is stationed at this point. It is not retrograde. Yeah, or it's actually stationing. Oh, I should have written down the exact name, but it's stationing with a day or two, and so there's even that much more potency to Mercury. Mercury retrograde gets a really bad rep, and I kind of love it, probably because I was born with Mercury retrograde. However, it is a time really to go inward and to go back and do a very Virgo thing, polish up and work on the details of something that you've maybe already started but haven't pushed out into the world or haven't implemented yet into your life. So some of the harmonious aspects of this new moon are Mars, which is in Virgo, trining Pluto retrograde. So Mars in Virgo, Pluto is in Capricorn. This harmonious aspect is giving us a bit more motivation. We may have been feeling a bit lethargic over the weekend. There were some aspects that maybe confused us a bit or didn't really had us feeling perhaps even a bit lazy, especially on Friday. And we've been in the dark of the moon phase. So once we're in a new moon, then the moon is growing bigger and gaining more light, and therefore we start to feel more energized as well. There's another aspect, the sun and moon, because they're conjunct, forming the new moon, is in a harmonious aspect, a trine as well to Uranus in Taurus. So this is forming a grand trine, this all these energies. And so this Uranus sun moon beautiful aspect is, along with the Mars Pluto aspect, we begin to feel like we have what it takes to push through that barrier, that limitation, that perceived limitation. We start to have the motivation. We start to perhaps even see more clearly the way through. Then we do have this Venus trine Jupiter, and Jupiter's in Aquarius, and Venus and Jupiter's retrograde, and Venus is in Libra. So this is a great benefic and the lesser benefic in a harmonious aspect, which is really beautiful. However, there can be a tendency for overdoing. So watch out that you're not over-promising and under-delivering. Really be aware of your words and your actions, and make sure that there's a sense of balance. Then on Tuesday, the 7th, we're still in this new moon energy, and this new moon is opposing Neptune. So on The third, we had Mars opposing Neptune. And now we have the new moon opposing Neptune. Neptune's playing a bigger role than a lot of astrologers are giving it credit this year. A lot of astrologers, and me included, have really been focusing on this Saturn Uranus square throughout the year. However, Neptune, which is giving a bit of a foggy mentality, is playing a big role this year as well. So when this new moon is opposing Neptune, the best usage of this energy is to meditate, or perhaps with this new moon, set an intention to really be more disciplined in your spiritual practice or in your practice that gives you clarity, whether that's journaling, whether that's meditating, whether that's writing down your dreams at night that you have, the especially the dream journaling, the meditation, anything that allows you to tap into the subconscious and the unconscious. It will give us much more clarity, especially when we have oppositions or challenging aspects to Neptune. So a few hours later, the moon then trines, harmonious aspect to Pluto, and then conjuncts Mars. So if we are meditating, if we are finding ways to tap into the subconscious or unconscious and to actually gain clarity rather than living in the foggy confusion, or rather than numbing or checking out, then with this trine to Pluto and the conjunction to Mars, a transformation really is possible. So the first couple of days of the week, there really is this ability to transform and push through these barriers where maybe we either haven't had the energy to do so before or the motivation. So I highly encourage you to do just that. Go inward, find the motivation, and then begin to take action. Then on Wednesday, the 8th, we have the moon now is in Libra. And so this is Mercury's day. And the moon in Libra is striving for balance and it's looking at relationships. And then we also have the marriage asteroid, which is Juno, forming a harmonious aspect to Chiron. This really is a day where healing in relationships, whether present or past, is really possible. The same day, we have the Libra moon conjuncting, so merging with Mercury, also in Libra. So this is a day where we can heal through relationships, through our words. Maybe if you're not speaking, maybe if you're single and you're not in a relationship, but there are some old relationship wounds that need to be healed. With this Libra moon conjunct Mercury, it's a great time to journal about it, or even to write a letter to your past lover or whoever the relationship is with. Maybe it's a family member, maybe it's not even just a romantic relationship, and it's a letter of forgiveness or a letter of everything you wanted to say, and to just get it out onto paper, and so that it's not in your energy field anymore. Then on Thursday, the 9th, we have the moon in Libra with lots and lots of aspects. So this Thursday, I feel that relationships are going to be on the forefront of our mind. So if we haven't done all the healing work on Wednesday, I highly encourage you to do it then on Thursday. Or perhaps you did the healing work and you did the forgiveness letter and you've had the difficult conversations, and now it's your emotional state is saying, okay, now what next? What next step in the current relationship? What next step now that a relationship has moved on, and now you're thinking of how can you bring in the kind of relationship, and maybe it's not even with another person, perhaps it's with yourself, It's a great day with all these aspects to the Libra moon. I highly encourage you also to put on music that makes your heart happy. Lots of music. It's Jupiter's day. So Friday the 10th, which is Venus's day, Venus actually moves into Scorpio. The moon is also in Scorpio, and its first aspect in Scorpio, the moon's first aspect in Scorpio, is a square to Saturn. So on Friday, there's a huge shift of the energy. We're going from all of this Libra, loving, romantic energy that is striving for balance to then Scorpio, which has no interest in swimming in shallow waters. It wants to get to the heart of the matter, and it will penetrate the situation until it finds the truth. So that's very much the energy of Friday. So the Scorpio moon, Venus and Scorpio are, we will be craving more, perhaps, time where we have one-on-one time with those we love, time where we can really dive deep into a matter, or into intimacy. But again, it's not just like a one-off, or it's not so much of a social energy. This Venus in Scorpio and Scorpio moon is going to really be wanting to connect deeply with another person, yourself, or researching to get to the truth of a matter. And there may be truth in the world that is revealed this day as well, and perhaps involving women or something of that matter. So on Saturday, which is 9/11, we have the Scorpio moon, and the Scorpio moon has a lot of aspects. This day is an emotional day for many of us in the United States anyway, because of the collective trauma that we all experienced on this day. So with the Scorpio making a sextile to the sun, a trine to Neptune, square to Jupiter, sextile to Pluto retrograde, and sextile to Mars in Virgo. They're mainly positive aspects, except the square to Jupiter. So it is a day where we can perhaps heal, um, or a day that at least we feel more in touch emotionally to remember those who lost their lives on that day, and to really allow our emotions to come to the surface without feeling we need to push them away. Our intuition is going to be quite heightened this day as well. Highly recommend that you write down any intuitive hits that you get, journal, meditate, and spend some time inward. And then finally on Sunday, the 12th, there's a much more lighter and expansive energy after the healing of the week. The moon is in Sagittarius, and the Sagittarius moon really wants to look at the big picture. It wants to see, how can we expand? How can we find a more optimistic viewpoint, a more philosophical, deeply wise way of seeing the world around us. So I hope this is helpful. And I forgot to mention at the beginning, but maybe you want to re-listen and have your calendar right there. And it's sometimes helpful to take notes and to really plan your week accordingly. So have a wonderful week, and thank you so much for tuning in.